Friend, pick up the phone. I'm reporting live from the United States of embarrassment, and this is just embarrassing news. Yes, I did see the depiction that the Dollar Tree dictator reposted about President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. Why did he post it? Well, other than him being a sack of shit, but also because his Concubines movie tanked at the box office. And Michelle Obama's documentary was just trending so great on Netflix, which I'm canceling today, by the way, if they don't put it back by 6 p.m. Yeah, sorry, Bridgerton. I don't know, Shonda, do something, because that's pretty much the only reason why I was watching Netflix consistently. So let's not forget that President Obama was not in the Epstein files. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Dollar Tree dictator was in there over 35,000 times. Then, all of this is happening during Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. Bye, guys.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing good wherever you're watching me from. My name is Christine and thank you so much for tuning in. So I came across this video of Donald Trump depicting Barack Obama and Michelle Obama as apes. And Trump has received a lot of backlash from Black Americans and white Americans. So let's watch these videos and see some of the reactions that people have shown on the internet.
All I have to say is, when you've lost Tim Scott, Molly, you in danger, girl. Because there should be no more question. Like, when people say that this man is racist, when people say that this administration is racist, there should be no follow-up question. Show me, prove it. He did. Hello? And during Black History Month, no less. The first Black president and first lady, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised, because when he was in office, they were posting and depicting horrific things. So again, no one should be surprised. But again, when the question comes up, well, show me how he's racist. Show me what he said. Show me what he's done. We keep telling y'all the internet is forever. Whether he deletes it or not, the screenshots are forever. The algorithm has kept it. It's encoded. It's not going away. But who are me?
The Trump administration is falling apart, and you can tell by their response today to Trump posting that racist meme of Obama. So the video goes up sometime before midnight, and then Caroline Levitt comes out this morning and says, you guys are overreacting. It's just an internet meme portraying Trump as king of the jungle and the Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Did they even watch the video before they came up with that excuse? Because this isn't an excuse that even the most gullible parent on the planet would buy. And then it was just a random White House staffer who apparently had access to the president's private social media accounts in the middle of the night. This seems like a security risk to have somebody with that poor of judgment having that kind of influence, and it seems like maybe we should have an investigation. But no need for an investigation, because turns out it was actually Trump who saw it, watched just the first part of it, and then reposted it anyway. What you're witnessing is a group of people who's in constant damage control mode because the president of the United States, their boss, is constantly saying or doing something crazy that they have to lie and cover up for. And today, President Trump's response is probably the most honest out of the White House as to what actually happened. But what that lack of any kind of cohesive plan shows is that there's a complete breakdown in terms of communication between Trump and his staffers on how to address things and the narrative that's created around them.
Hey friends, happy Friday. So do you all remember when Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high? Y'all remember when she said that? Well, it has been almost a decade. This year, July 25th, 2026 will mark a decade, 10 years since she gave us the famous line, when they go low, we go high, a comment that she made at the Democratic National Convention when she was endorsing Hillary Clinton. So the comment still stands at such a time as this, and that was all I could think about in the wake of us all discovering when we woke up this morning that President Trump once again used his Truth social media account to post something blatantly racist and disrespectful. Michelle already told us almost 10 years ago, when they go low, we go high, right? And I wrote a little something. Want to hear it? Here it goes. On July 25th, 2016, Michelle Obama famously said, "When they go low, we go high." And admittedly, I didn't love that because truth is, as a Capricorn, if you go low with me, I will meet you in hell. Yet the problem is those who go low, as we have seen this administration go, are morally bankrupt, desensitized, and beyond the pale. They are what we are not. They go low, but we do not because we are higher. Michelle was right. We go high, but not as a destination we travel to. We go because it's our fundamental state of being as people to be high. And when I say our fundamental state of being as people to be high, right now I'm talking about Black folk. Because, you know, history repeats itself. And one thing white and Eurocentric people love to do is make a mockery of us, create a caricature of us where we are apes and gorillas. History is merely repeating itself. But our fundamental state of being as people is to be high, is to have a high posture, right? So let's continue to be high, right? As high as the over-the-knee Balenciaga boots that Michelle Obama wore on one of the nights of her Becoming book tour. As high as the top 10 charts the Becoming documentary keeps climbing on Netflix. We are hoping for top 2 and not number 2. As high as someone sparking a doobie in a box Chevy. As high as Mount Kilimanjaro, as high as the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee, Florida, otherwise known as Florida A&M University, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, my alma mater. High like the refrain in Jada, moi, Jada Kiss's Good Times. So high that all is necessary is to give those people that judgmental stare down, like Miranda Priestley did to Andrea before Andrea fixed her life. Really, friends, all we need to do right now is let God sort them out and take care of one another. Because what did I say a couple of weeks ago when that man changed the name of the Kennedy Center to the Trump Kennedy Center? What did I tell you then? What did the Bible tell us? Pride goeth before destruction, a haughty spirit before the fall. Pride goeth before destruction, a haughty spirit before the fall. I'm claiming this, friends. I'm not even a name it and claim it type person, but if I'm manifesting anything in this year, it is going to be the fall of people who are so petulant and so disrespectful and so lacking in the love of anything except for their darkened souls that they really can't go anywhere but low.
For absolutely no reason whatsoever. I was thinking we could look at a couple of pictures of Barack and Michelle Obama. Without question, they are getting hotter with age. And that is something that only like truly beautiful people can do. They don't have that like fake plastic surgery filler look about them either. They just are naturally beautiful people who are aging hot. And I think that that's something that you can only do when you're not rotting from the inside out because you're a terrible, horrible person. And also when you are classically beautiful, which is also why I love looking at old pictures of them, because again, you can just see the like classic beauty. I believe one of the great measures of a man is the way he treats his wife, treats the women in his life. And whenever you see a picture of Barack and Michelle Obama, you can always see the love radiating out of him, how much he is obsessed with his wife. And you can see it too, the way he treats her with respect and love and adoration. That to me is a great measure of a man. I also love how you can always see their personality. They carry these immensely serious public roles, but they've also always been willing to show us this like silly, goofy side of them. And just like the way that their smile just like, you know, lights up their whole face. Oh, I am obsessed with this photo. Just like this tender moment, again, that just shows like their deep love. But just such a tender, beautiful moment. I love this photo. I don't know if you guys remember from the 2024 DNC, Michelle actually introduced Barack Obama, and she was styled to perfection. Her hair, her makeup, her outfit, like she was on point. And she introduces him, and he walks out looking like the hottest man in the room. And he's like, "Look at my wife." no, look at how hot my wife is. And everyone's like, no, seriously, look at how hot your wife is. And it really is a competition for who is hotter, except that the answer is that they're both just truly beautiful people inside and out. And I think that, you know, again, for absolutely no reason at all, that these are the photos we should be talking about when we discuss Barack and Michelle Obama.
We have some pretty significant news right now. Donald Trump's former chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, has come out tonight and said that Donald Trump's post about the Obamas, the racist post on Truth Social, likely cost Republicans the midterms. It's that bad. There is that much concern within Republican circles this evening. Mick Mulvaney told this to Kelly Meyer this evening. And while he says that if he were chief of staff, he would offer his resignation immediately. And he would also find the staffer, quote unquote, who did this and fire them. But he made clear to Kelly that while only 2 people likely have access to this Truth Social account, other than the President of the United States, and these are top senior staffers. These are not just your everyday interns at the White House. And he says that Republicans are freaking out, essentially, that they don't know how they would be able to defend this. It's indefensible on the campaign trail, and that in his opinion, this just cost the Republican Party the midterm elections. It's that bad of a post. We'll see if he's right. Spread the word. I'll have more updates on my Substack, linked in bio. Subscribe for free. Follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. More to come.
Very disappointed in the president and the image that was shared on his account overnight depicting the Obamas. I'm aware that the president said it was a staffer who erroneously posted it. It was meant to depict President Trump as king of the jungle. It was terrible. I support the president, but I do not support behavior like this. Now I know Mr. Trump said a staffer posted it. Is the staffer fired? Because they should absolutely lose their job for that. They had to know better, and if they didn't, they have no business working in the White House. This administration gets plenty of terrible press and publicity thanks to the fake news media without nonsense like this. I do hope the president will apologize for that, but I also know that apologizing is not Trump's strong suit. While I do support this president, that was very poor taste. What are your thoughts regarding President Trump's post? Let me know in the comments below. You guys have a wonderful Friday. God bless you.
See, it's shit like this that when people tell me that the president not racist, this is exactly the kind of shit that I turn to. It's like, you mean to tell me that the president take Michelle Obama and Barack Obama and put their face on a monkey suit, gorilla suit, monkey suit, either or. Now, since then, the president has taken this down, and I think the only reason that he took it down is because they tried to make it like he was saying, oh, I'm the king of the jungle and so and so and so or whatever. But at the same time, under the post, all of MAGA started commenting, like basically letting him know, like, we know there's some racist shit, saying stuff like, oh, yeah, they need to go swing from a tree. So that's not making sense to me at all, to try to make it like you was trying to say, oh, you the king of the jungle, but then you take Barack Obama and Michelle Obama and put them in a monkey suit. And then the White House say, this is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matter to the American public. Caroline. That's bullshit, and they know it. Y'all drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this bullshit.
This video depicting the Obamas as monkeys is offensive. We know that. But it's familiar. It is a common practice in the United States to use dehumanizing images as a political tool, as a way to delegitimize folks of color. Black people have been depicted as animals to justify enslavement and exclusion, colonization, imperialism, all these different things. Irish immigrants were once called the Negroes of the white race, and this was to justify their exclusion. This was also before they got roped into the larger definition of whiteness. That's a conversation for another day. But it didn't stop there. Of course, we had Japanese and Chinese who were caricatured to justify their labor exploitation, war, internment camps, all these different things. This is how power has worked in the United States. They strip people of their humanity, and those who did the stripping claim moral authority to justify their oppressive tactics. But I'm curious about why now, and I don't have the answers, but there's something very interesting about this time last year. Trump was on a rampage of doing anti-DEI work, stripping nonprofits of funding access, also with K-12 education, higher education, corporations, all wanting them to remove or dismantle their DEI efforts. But some folks won, some folks pushed back, notably Harvard and the University of California system. Just last month, the Trump administration started to pull back on their anti-DEI efforts. And I'm wondering if it's because you have some larger institutions and some other folks that are continuing to push back. And there's something interesting about how Black people have become the face of DEI, even though DEI literally helps everyone, and not just Black people, but that's also a conversation for another day. So if the Obamas have become the face of inclusion, however accurate or not, and that is the very thing that Trump is fighting against, then doesn't it make sense to use the historical tool of media to continue to delegitimize the progress of people of color? Dehumanization kind of clears this path to continue this dismantling. So I'm wondering if we're going to continue to just talk about how this is offensive, which I think the average person would say so, or are we going to ask deeper and better questions around how is power moving? What is the intent of this image? And maybe what is it trying to distract us from? Who's trying to be the moral authority? Who's trying to be delegitimized? What is trying to be delegitimized? And how can we be aware of this tactic and not just ignore it?
It is February 1976, and the United States of America mark their first official recognition of Black History Month. 50 years later, and the President of the United States of America posts a video to the world on his own social media platform of Barack and Michelle Obama, the nation's first and only Black President and First Lady, as apes. When people of colour have told those of us who have never experienced racism in our lives that racism is both institutional and systemic, they mean it. That racism is present root and stem throughout the very foundations and pillars and veins of the West and the United States of America, they mean it. And it is. The Klansmen gathering in the streets on Inauguration Day could have told you this. The countless Black lives lost to police brutality could have told you this. The rewriting of American history in textbooks and museums could have told you this. The painting over Black Lives Matter murals could have told you this. But none of that compares to the fact that Black people did tell us this. And we must listen to them. If this is the behaviour of the head of state, the head of government, the occupier of the highest office in the nation, during Black History Month no less, the very top of the tree, it doesn't take much imagination to know and believe what festers in the branches below it. Trump's video is splashed all across European news. Tim Scott, the only Black Republican senator in Congress, has said he was praying it was fake, as it was the most racist thing he's seen out of this White House. I don't know where Tim's been. Asleep, apparently. This is who Trump is. This is what he represents. These are his values. These are the people that follow him. And he's telling the entire planet, not just who he is, but who the USA is. That'll upset some people. He is the head of state. This looks horrific on the entire nation. The White House defended this depraved post, with Caroline Leavitt saying, quote, "Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public," end quote. Funny that. Because after Trump's racist ramblings made international news on a huge scale, the White House has taken down the post and blamed it on a staffer who accidentally shared it to begin with. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And in that action, the deletion and the scrambling and the lying is the glimmer of hope to this otherwise debauched story. They're faltering and showing the world their weakness. It isn't enough to not be racist. We must be actively anti-racist. Go out and support black creators, bloggers, and the community around you, and urge your representatives to stop this madness. This is madness. There is no other word for it. This is the USA going backwards in history. You're going backwards. And you must use your voice, important, and your power, important, but more importantly still, your whiteness to stop it. Use the privilege you have. Stand with the black community.
Welcome back. So that's how bad the clip was, and Trump came out to address, and the video was taken down. So Trump said that it was a staff member that posted that video. And some people in the comment section were saying it was a joke, others saying that it is not racism. But anyways, let me know what you think about this episode in the comment section, and also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.